fresh out the oven.
What is cracking, everybody? It's Megapieman here, and welcome to another look at my map video, this time for Payload Race Rush Beta 8. And it has been a while since I have done a look at my map video, specifically for this map, since this map has undergone quite a bit of development in between videos. A guy named Array7 put out a video over on his channel recently that is like, learn how to make TF2 maps Part 2, I believe, is the name of it, something like that. There'll be a link to it in the description of the video. But he actually gave me a shout-out, link to the channel, which was great, and talked about how these Look at My Map videos were rather entertaining as he was going through learning how to make Team Fortress 2 maps, and that reminded me, hey, I haven't made one of these in a while, and Rush has gone through quite a bit of development. It is very different from where it was the last time I made one of these, so let's take a gander around it as I talk about things. Now, this map was originally made for a contest on tf2maps.net. Of course, the map is still unfinished, so it did not get finished before that contest was ended, and it did not win the contest, but it did make it into the final round of judging, which was interesting because it was probably the rawest map that was in that competition, and there was some really steep competition for that. I believe the map that won was Payload Highwood? I want to say Highwood. If not, Highwood was definitely one of the top contenders for that competition. But anyway. Yeah, this map wasn't finished for that competition, but I've been working on it since then and trying to make it not suck. It doesn't fully suck. It still has a couple of things that need to be worked out here and there, at least it did, and now we're at Beta 8. And the biggest problem I'm having right now is that the map likes to crash. So I actually fully went and I split the stages into two different sections. Originally, I had them connected so I could have like a little bit of looking from stage 2 into stage 1, but that made trying to edit stage 1 and stage 2 individually a huge pain in the butt, because anytime I wanted to do big, swathing edits, I of course had to make sure that everything lined up with the other stage and all that got lovely nonsense, and it made trying to flip sides, it was a pain in the butt. So I split them in half. It took some extra effort to split them in half. I got them to work on their own, but I did that. So now they have this section here and this section there, which makes it a heck of a lot easier to work on each section individually. But the problem that this map is having with crashing is that Stage 2, if you have the settings in your Team Fortress 2 game, which is Matt_Fong0, which messes with the lighting somewhat. Some people like to do it for performance reasons, I guess. I'm not entirely sure why people do it, but they do. For some reason, if you do that on Stage 2 of this map, it will crash your game. Why does it do that? I have absolutely no freaking idea. I have talked to people who are much more experienced with the Source engine than I am, especially TF2 branch of the Source engine, and from what they have told me, they don't know why it happens and there's no way to fix it. Which is a lovely thing to hear. Of course, on the default Valve servers, you don't have that. You can't use matte for material. You can't set the Fong to 0. The Fong is always set to 1. So on official Valve servers, it's not a problem. But some people who, at least I believe that's how it is. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that because it could be wrong. But people who like to have their Fong set to 0, whatever Fong stands for, they crash on this map, which makes trying to get it tested a bit of a pain in the butt since people crash a lot. So, trying to figure out what's going on with that, I have sort of narrowed it down to the thinking that it has something to do with the custom models that I'm using in this stage. Like this, and this dog over here, which I don't want to get rid of them. Those models are by a guy called Dr. Face. Makes really good models. They are from a project that he worked on, which was Slender Fortress Arctic. He released all the assets for that over on tf2maps.net, and that's what I've been using for this, and I like them. They're well-made assets, and look, it's a dog. I don't want to get rid of the dog, but I might have to get rid of the dog, because something on here is causing things to crash, and I don't know what. So, I'm guessing it's custom stuff. Hopefully it's not the dog, but we'll see. Anyway, this stage is actually a lot more detailed than it used to be. Before the contest ran out that I was making this map for, I didn't have the opportunity to detail this stage. I detailed stage 1, but I didn't get the chance to detail this one. I believe the layout is mostly the same as it was back then, as I haven't had to do much in the way of adjusting the layout for this particular stage of the map, but it is a lot prettier. It's got that nice overcast vibe going. I'm doing a combination of mixing lighting and ideas from Cold Front with textures and architecture of Barn Blitz, which that's what I'm trying to go for this industrial farm vibe for Rush. And I think I pulled it off decently well. And I think I figured out, finally, what in the world you're doing with this map. So you have this here, this building with a satellite on top of it, is a communications station, like some kind of radio station or something, and one team doesn't want the other team to use it, and the other team doesn't want the other team to use it. So they've decided on mutual destruction. Blue team has decided, well, if I can't use it because you're going to fight me over it, then I'm going to blow it up so you can't. And red team's like, well, if we can't use it because you're going to fight over it, then we're going to blow it up before you can blow it up. So there you go. Both teams want to blow it up before the other team can so that the other team can't use it. Does that make sense? No. But this is Team Fortress 2, where they invented rocket jumping before stairs. So I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's a fine plan. It's a fine idea. It fits perfectly fine. I've messed around with the jump pad here a little bit to try to make it a little bit more obvious and look more like a jump pad, because I was noticing that people were like walking out here, oh, hey, I don't know what that is. I'm just going to go this way. Or I'm just going to go this way, instead of going over here and using the jump pad to get a nice shortcut over to here. Now, jump pads aren't something that you see often in Team Fortress 2. Really, they're only used for the pastime game mode, but I like them, and I want to use one. So I put it in there. Pretty much that's about it. I also put these stairs here, which I don't believe were here the last time I talked about this, so that instead of having to go, because previously you had to, if you were on red team, you would have to go, if you're on red team and you wanted to get here, you would have to go from here, across to here, all the way around to here, to finally get there. Which is kind of annoying, because this is where you're pushing your cart to the end. Or, you had to go from here, to down here, to around here, to all the way over here, to finally get to this plank to go up here. So I kind of split the difference and put a staircase here. So if you're on red team, you just go here, go up this place, go across the plank, boom, there you are. Or you can go this way and boom, boom, up the stairs, there you are. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Moving on. The same thing on the other side. You're actually blowing up a thing now. It's a combination of different props. I think the big glowy thing is from Nucleus, and then you got a cable wire in there from Powerhouse, and a coffee maker. Don't judge me. It works. You would never know that was a coffee maker unless you flew down here with no clip on to take a look at it. But from all the way up here, you don't know it's a coffee maker. It just looks like a port that a cable's plugged into. And then you have all of these pipes from, they say they're from Hydra, but they're using all kinds of maps all over the dang place. So you're actually blowing up a thing now instead of just dropping a bomb into a hole. So that's pretty much it for over here, besides just detailing. I don't think I've really changed anything else. I got rid of the rollback zone that was here. I changed around the track a little bit. I don't remember if the track was like this the last video I did, but the track used to go up this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way. I think, didn't it? Yeah? Trying to remember, it's been a while. But now I have the tracks go around like this, and the idea is that it keeps the payloads closer together for longer. And have the same thing over here in the middle, so it keeps the payloads closer together for longer, so for more fighting. Which is a problem I'm having all the way over here on Stage 1. The problem I'm having on Stage 1 is that while fighting happens here, where you have the two carts together, whichever team makes it up this ramp bridge thing first and starts pushing their cart over to the final destination, which I've moved over here, trying to make it a little bit easier to defend, the other team can't really push out. So if the blue team's cart is here, and red team spawns like, oh, we should stop that. And then they just pile their whole team here, and then red team can't... None of the people on red team can get past the front line in order to get over to where their cart is to start pushing it up the hill. I have fixed this a little bit in this version of the map because I redid this side, which is completely different from what it used to be. Now you go out the spawn door here, you'll go this way to give you some nice height advantage. Oh, pardon me. Some nice height advantage for attacking the cart when it goes through this barn building. You get some nice height advantage here, so you can go down that way. The reason why this was a drop down is try to discourage the other team from going this way. So I only want red team to use this drop down. I don't want blue team to use it as a way up by explosive jumping. I want red team to use it as a way down, but a quicker way to get out of your spawn, around the enemy team, to flank behind them, and to get to the midsection to work on pushing your cart. So far from the testing I have done, it has worked somewhat. I haven't got the opportunity to test this all that much because people don't want to play the map, because the map causes their games to crash because they use Mat Phong 0. Ugh, it drives me nuts. Source! The Source engine. Anyway. I changed all this stuff around, too. I still wanted this building to be used from going from this space to this space and this space to that space. So you now go outside up this way instead of previously where you could only get to that building from going through what used to be this path. You can now go through that path by going up there. And your cart starts here, the cart starts there, so when you spawn up here, you look through the glass, you see the cart, you see the exit. You can't tell me anymore, problem I've had throughout the entire development of this map, I don't know where the cart is. I don't know where the endpoint is. Well, you can't not see it. You have to see it right from the start when you spawn in. There's also this little section here to give you a bit of height for if anybody's pushing it their way in this way. If blue team's like, we want to take this area, no, you can't. This is our area. This is the area we use to flank you. We have all the height here so that we can blow you up and then get to a cart and push it. So yeah, there you go. Have I changed anything else? I mean, there's been some detailing things here and there, but I still gotta get to the point where I make a 3D skybox for this thing. I don't want to do that until I get a solid layout that I'm like, okay, I'm not changing the layout anymore drastically, only doing small changes from now on. Once I feel that I'm confident in that point, I will then do a 3D skybox. Till then, I'm not doing a 3D skybox because if I change anything big, then I gotta make the 3D skybox match it, and that's a huge pain in the butt. Also, have to do environmental sounds, which I don't have on here as of yet. But other than that, the map is pretty solid. So, download it, check it out. Let me know what you think. Play around with it yourself. Put it up on a server if you have one. Get some friends to play it. Give me feedback on it. You can check that out on tf2maps.net. Download it there. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know if it sucks. It's got problems. I don't know if I can fix the problems. I'm running at the point where I'm running out of ideas. But this map is pretty far along in development. So I have the feeling that when I run out of ideas, I'm just going to push it to an RC1 and leave it at that, and then come back for RC2 or 3 later on, so I can call the map finished for now instead of leaving it in beta. I don't want to leave the map in beta. After finally getting Synthetic done, one map that I can say is finalized, I really don't want to get into the habit of having tons of maps that aren't finalized now that I kind of have an idea what I'm doing with mapping. You know, I want to make a map and I want to get it finished. Even if it's not good, I still want to have it finished just for the experience of having it finished. You learn a lot by finishing your projects, even if they're not good projects. Just finish the dang thing, you know? Then again, I don't want to make a map, I want to make a good map, so that's making it difficult for me to actually say, hey, it's done, when it's got problems. But, yeah, I'm going to look into the crashing problems. Hopefully I can figure that out, and I'm not just stuck with the Source does that, and you can't do anything about it. Too bad. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Megapieman PhD. You can check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I put out one recently for Destruction Derby, a game I played a lot on the PlayStation in my childhood, but this time I looked at the DOS version of it. So you can go watch that or look at other of my Look at My Map videos. And of course, check out Array 7, and thank you again, Array, for the shout-out. That was pretty flippin' awesome of you. Really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later.